Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen dramatic increases in price across the cryptocurrency market, but specifically on altcoins over the last 3 weeks. We've actually seen a period of time in which altcoins are dramatically outperforming Bitcoin. What does this mean? It means that altcoins are doing very well in wake of the Bitcoin consolidation at resistance. But I'm going to be telling you why the attractive appeal of altcoins right now is actually misleading, and why investing in altcoins right now is not the best idea from both a short-term and a long-term perspective. And then I'm also going to give you the other opinion and the nuances that surround it. So are altcoins doing well right now? Will they continue to do well in the future? And what is the favorable investment to make in cryptocurrency right now? Guys, let's look into it.
Okay guys, before we get into today's content, go down to the description below and click on the VIP information and results group if you're interested in joining VIP. If you're interested in trading altcoins on Telegram, this group will give you the entry information for the VIP group, as well as payment information, describing what you actually get for joining the group, the free trial information, and then also the trading results in PDF form. So if you're interested in trading altcoins and making some money on altcoins through swing trades and scalp trades, the Wolves Crypto VIP is the place you can do that. We've got an 80% win rate, absolutely exceptional. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested. And without further ado, we'll get into the content here. Now guys, what we have seen in the market is altcoins go absolutely ballistic, okay? If we go to the total cryptocurrency market cap and we look in the far right-hand side of the screen, we have the 30-day returns for all of these coins here. If we go ahead and click on these 30-day returns in the top 100 altcoins in terms of market cap, we can see huge gains across the entire altcoin market, 610% on Audi, going all the way down. You can see all these big coins: Avalanche 105%, Chainlink 123%, Pancake Swap 98%, Neo 89%, Phantom FTM 80%, Gala 81%. All of these coins in the top 100 have absolutely skyrocketed. Now Bitcoin is up 38%, but you can see that actually the vast majority of the coins in the top 100 are above Bitcoin in terms of gains in the last 30 days. What does this represent? It represents the altcoin market outperforming Bitcoin quite dramatically over the last 30 days, specifically over the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks even. So with that said, and with altcoins moving upwards so rapidly, and Bitcoin dominance actually moving downwards quite a little bit here, a substantial drop on Bitcoin dominance down, 4 or 5% here, which is quite significant. On a long term it's not, but on short term it certainly is. What we're seeing is a exhilarating kind of vibe in the market, a push towards altcoins in the market. People are interested in altcoins right now, and I want to tell you outright, I want to burst the bubble, right? The collective bubble that's been forming in the cryptocurrency market. This is not the time, okay, to be getting interested in altcoins, and I'll tell you exactly why. All right, here's why. Here's why you shouldn't be getting interested in altcoins right now. Couple reasons, okay, and we're going to look at this collectively by looking at a few charts here. We have the Bitcoin chart, we have the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, which is the entire valuation of cryptocurrency in one chart here. We have the Ethereum chart, and then we have the total 3, which is the entire valuation of the cryptocurrency market minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is like the altcoin valuation chart. What we see is that all these charts are connected. All these charts form similar structures, right? There's 4 of them. You can see they're all connected. They all have a similar kind of macro level. For Bitcoin, that macro level is 32K, and we're well above that macro level for Bitcoin. For the total cryptocurrency market cap, that macro level was over here at around 1.3 trillion, and we just got above it a couple weeks ago. For Ethereum, the macro level is around 2,100, and we're actually testing it for resistance right now. We haven't broken above it yet. And for total cryptocurrency market cap, which is just altcoins, that macro level lies at around 467 trillion, which we've only just begun testing the lower level of that larger kind of resistance. So what you can see here is that when we go from Bitcoin to charts that are equivalent of less and less Bitcoin, so from Bitcoin to total cryptocurrency market cap, right, which is Bitcoin and other things, to Ethereum, which is the leader of the altcoin market, to total cryptocurrency market cap minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that Bitcoin is highest, total cryptocurrency market cap is second highest, Ethereum is third highest, and total cryptocurrency minus Bitcoin and Ethereum is fourth highest. Now, this might be confusing at first, but what I'm trying to tell you is this. I'm trying to tell you that it's Bitcoin that has broken above its macro resistance, okay? Ethereum has not done that yet, and altcoins have not done that yet on a general basis. So what we're actually seeing here with altcoins moving upwards dramatically, yes, they have done that, yes, they have outperformed Bitcoin, but we're seeing them only catch up to what Bitcoin has already done, and they're not even halfway there in doing that. So altcoins have lagged dramatically for such a long period of time that this small period of time in which they're outperforming Bitcoin makes it look like they're not lagging anymore, makes it look like they're outperforming Bitcoin, but in reality, they're actually still dramatically behind Bitcoin. And in reality, if we're taking the cyclical trend seriously, they should continue to lag behind Bitcoin for a long period of time. And what is my evidence for that? Well, I know for a fact, and everyone knows for a fact now, that during bull markets, okay, so after the halving, during bull markets, that is when we see Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. 2017, the halving occurred here back in 2016. We saw the drop occur in 2017, early 2017. That's when Bitcoin dominance started to drop. That's when altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin. In the bear market, we saw Bitcoin dominance severely rise for a long period of time, and they only started to drop again during the 2021 bull market. And, during the bear market, we bottomed out here in Q4 2022. We've seen Bitcoin dominance rise throughout the entirety of this period of the market cycle since the November 2022 bottom. And as per the historical trends, we should see Bitcoin dominance continue to rise until probably 5 or 6 months after the halving. And the halving as well is 6 months away in itself, 5 months away in itself. So we should actually see Bitcoin dominance continue to rise for basically the next at least 6 months, maybe even a year. And so hence we should see Bitcoin outperform the altcoin market for basically 6 months to a year, at least, really. So that's what the historical trends indicate. So the fact that we've seen altcoins do very, very well, right, because they have done very, very well, they've been doing very, very well over the last 2 or 3 weeks, okay, is only a short-term deviation from the long-term trend. The long-term trend is that Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins, and that is present in what we're seeing in Bitcoin in relation to its macro level. As I said before, Bitcoin's macro level is 32K. Total cryptocurrency market cap has a macro level at 3 trillion. Ethereum's macro level is being tested right now, and altcoins haven't even started touching their macro level until a few days ago. So Bitcoin is well ahead of the ball. It's altcoins that are starting to catch up now, but they're not there yet, and they won't be there yet for at least 6 months to a year. On top of this, we have Bitcoin dominance on strong support, okay? And that's obviously bad for altcoins because when we have support for Bitcoin dominance, it means Bitcoin dominance is going to bounce, which means Bitcoin is going to start outperforming altcoins because if this chart goes up, of course, that means that Bitcoin outperforms altcoins. So that's bad for altcoins there. And then also what we're seeing as well is Bitcoin at strong resistance. Now, you might think that's a good thing for altcoins, but it's actually not. Because if you look at what happens with moves in Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin in general, when Bitcoin goes upwards at this point in the market cycle, when Bitcoin saw this big pump, so from the 13th of October to the 23rd of October, okay, Bitcoin saw a huge pump, okay? What happened to Bitcoin dominance during that period of time? Well, from the 13th of October, which is over here, to the 23rd of October, Bitcoin dominance rose significantly. Okay, so when Bitcoin goes upwards, Bitcoin dominance rises significantly during this part of the market cycle, meaning that if Bitcoin continues further to the upside, if Bitcoin breaks above its major resistance here at around 39.5K to 37.5K, we'll speak about that in a second. If Bitcoin breaks above its major resistance, altcoins won't be going up, okay? It's Bitcoin that will be going up. Bitcoin will be stealing the attention of the market. So you've got nothing to worry about if Bitcoin continues to the upside in terms of altcoins. You're not going to be missing out on anything there. On the other hand, if Bitcoin rejects, okay, altcoins will go down twice as hard. So we're in a situation in which if Bitcoin goes upwards, altcoins won't do anything, really. And then if Bitcoin goes downwards, altcoins will get wrecked. So there's no real benefit at all in investing in altcoins over Bitcoin right now in the short term because of that reason, what I just said. And also, even on a long-term basis, there's no real reason as well because you're investing against the market. So this brings me back to the overarching point of my video. I don't see the point in investing in altcoins right now. And we can go into Ethereum to clarify a little bit further. As I said, Ethereum's at resistance. Also, short-term, kind of not looking too good for Ethereum. Also, if we're looking at the macro trends we have for Ethereum, we have kind of this 5-step macro trend for Ethereum that's developing. This is speculative. This is my analysis only. And I don't necessarily agree with it. It's just an observation. But the 5-step trend is basically step 1 as we top, step 2 as we dead cat bounce, step 3 as we bottom out, step 4 as we see a kind of retest of the macro level in pink, and step 5 is we break above it. Right now, we're kind of in the process of doing step 5, breaking above it potentially, but that should only really occur in May next year if we're following this chart. But, realistically, we don't have to. It's not really a trend. It's just an observation. But the fact of the matter is there are macro trends that do permit Ethereum consolidating or even going downwards for quite a bit longer before breaking out in the middle of next year. So the fact that it's at resistance right now is not necessarily reassuring by any means. And the point I'm trying to make is that everything is at resistance right now. As I said before, everything is at resistance right now. The whole market is. If Bitcoin rejects, okay, altcoins will go down twice as hard. And even if Bitcoin goes upwards, altcoins will lag. So as I said, short term, there's no reason to invest in altcoins. And long term, if you invest in altcoins, you're investing against the macro trends. Now, I want to make something very clear, okay, because this video in itself has been a bit of a confusing video. I understand that. But I want to make something very clear, all right? My opinion on altcoins right now is not that you shouldn't touch them at all, necessarily. Okay, I know I have a pinned YouTube video. If you go to my homepage, you'll see my investment strategy, my investment plan for the next 2 years. And basically, I'm not really a believer in buying altcoins at this point in the market cycle. But I will say this. I'm not a believer in buying actual altcoins. I'm not a believer in buying large caps, medium caps. I'm not a believer in buying altcoins that are actually going to perform with the market. Because as I said, the whole point of me not buying altcoins right now is that I don't want to invest against the market. But micro caps and small cap altcoins, altcoins that are below 50 million in market cap, below 20 million in market cap, whatever it may be, moonshot altcoins, I'm not necessarily anti-buying moonshots because I understand that moonshots don't really act within the bounds of the market. They act kind of on their own accord to a certain extent because they're so distant, they're so small in market cap, they're so distant, they're very distantly attached to the market's movements. And so I suppose if you wanted to buy altcoins, first of all, I wouldn't do it now in the short term for reasons I've mentioned in this video. But overall, I don't necessarily think, it's completely off the table. I personally will probably pick up a few moonshots, before the halving, even though my investment strategy in itself goes against that. You have to understand that my investment strategy, my investment plan of not buying altcoins until after the halving is based on what altcoins generally do, based on medium cap, high cap altcoins that generally follow the market. As I said, if you're investing in low cap altcoins that don't actually follow the cyclical trends of the market because they're so small, they're too small to do that, they have their own kind of microeconomy, then that's a completely different question. So I suppose if you are interested in altcoins right now, and if you are actually, simultaneously concerned about trying to invest in a way that's convenient and contingent with the market cycle on Bitcoin, then you should be looking at moonshots and low caps because they aren't necessarily connected to the market in the same extent that medium caps and long caps are. To clarify once more, I believe that high cap altcoins that follow and make up the market trends are not actually suitable for investment until after the halving at a minimum, and probably even a bit after that. But low cap, altcoins, under 50 million market cap, for example, they do have microeconomies of their own. They do move on their own accord to a certain extent, and hence they can't be considered in that equation. And hence you probably can risk investments in them if you're interested in doing so. Or you can just wait until after the halving and pick up low caps then. There's so many elements to the question, am I buying altcoins right now? There's so many elements to the question, do you think the altcoin market is a good thing to get interested in right now? It's just hard to answer in one simple stroke, and that's why you get a level of contradiction in my answers. But overall, this has been a very confusing video. I'm aware of that. I've tried my best to make it as simple as possible. But overall, my points are this. Yes, we are seeing altcoins catch up over the last couple of weeks. Yes, we're seeing Bitcoin dominance drop. Altcoins are doing okay. And that is an attractive thing to a lot of investors. They see altcoins go upwards, they get emotional, and they invest in altcoins. But overall, I think I've made the point that based on short-term analysis, if Bitcoin goes upwards further, altcoins will lag. And if Bitcoin goes downwards, altcoins will get wrecked. So there's no winning in buying altcoins as of right now in the short term. And even on a longer term basis, if you're buying altcoins, you're investing against the market unless you're looking at very low market capitalization altcoins, in which case, sure, you can find some exceptions. So that's my main point. I'm just trying to kind of ground people in reality, because when you see altcoins move upwards like this, big moves, right? As I said, 600% gain on Audi. The vast majority of the top 100s moved upwards 50, 60, 70% on average, really, throughout the past month. These are big gains on altcoins. When people see this happening, they think they're missing out. They think they've missed out. And I want to reassure you, you haven't missed out, because they're still so far behind Bitcoin. Because they're still below the major macro resistance that Bitcoin broke a month ago. They're behind Bitcoin. They're behind the 8 ball. Just because they're moving now, it makes it look like they're not. It makes it look like you've missed out. But in reality, they've been lagging for so long that this brief period of domination in the market doesn't really mean anything on a longer term scale. So you haven't missed out. I don't think you should be chasing the 8 ball. I don't think you should be chasing a pump, especially not in this short-term position. If you look at these altcoins and funding rates, guys, everyone is longing right now. All these people are going to get absolutely wrecked, and I guarantee you that. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the Bingx exchange and the Bitget exchange. Bingx is a global non-KYC exchange. You can sign up with just an email address and the password from anywhere in the world. Bitget is a global KYC exchange. You can sign up from anywhere in the world other than the United States of America. Both very low in trading fees. Both have never been hacked. Very secure exchanges, very convenient, easy to use, good user interfaces. Sign up using my referral link for a 15% trading fee discount on either exchange, and also access to an exclusive reward center with USDT bonuses for completing various tasks. Do that if you're interested, and then check out the Crypto Academy Become a Trader 10-unit course. This course will teach you everything you need to know about trading, everything you need to know about becoming a trader. You can see the course information on the website, which is linked in the description below, and also our email address for contact details is on the website as well. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.